Hello there, Richard from budgetkeyboardist.com. Today we're going to talk about saving money, or more specifically, we're going to talk about the mistake I made and how something great came out of it. So when Cherry Audio released the Mercury 6 synth plugin, I thought this is amazing. Look at this thing. I mean, the graphics are beautiful. It sounded amazing. It had all the hallmarks of like a $250 plugin. When I found out it was $49, I had to jump at it immediately, and I downloaded it. I couldn't wait. And I got it all installed. I had my keyboard hooked up. I started playing it, going through the patches. I'm all excited, and 5 minutes later it crashed. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird. So I relaunched Logic Pro, and I got it all set up again. And then about 6 minutes later, boom, it crashes again. And then I had this sinking feeling. I hadn't actually looked at the system requirements. Okay, so I've got 2018 MacBook Pro, 6-core i7, 2.6 gigahertz. So even though it's 5 years old, it's still a fairly decent computer. Well, the requirements for the plugin are, I think, something like 3.2 or 3.4 gigahertz. And so my machine was struggling to keep up, and I was trying to figure out, well, what do I do? Not play it till I get a better computer? But then it dawned on me. It was crashing when I was pulling up complicated patches and doing like 7, 8, 9, 10 notes and holding the sustain pedal. And I thought, old synths could only do 1, 2, 4, 6 notes at a time. What if I just play patches with like 4 notes, or maybe 5 notes or less? Sure enough, I was able to play it for hours on end, as long as I didn't go too crazy and overtax the CPU. So then my next thought was, okay, if I can play patches that are 1 to 4 notes at a time, what happens if I put more than one plugin, more than one instance of Mercury 6 into Logic Pro? So I ended up brainstorming a track with 5 instances of Mercury 6 and then a 6th instance where I could record like a solo or a melody or something. So this thing that's like requires a newer computer than mine, I've got it running in a track with 6 instances. And it just goes to show you the moral of the story, right? If you think your CPU is not quite fast enough, think old school and play like 4 or 5 notes at a time, or 1 or 2, and it's amazing how far you can stretch your synthesizer dollar. Or would that be your computer dollar? I don't know what it would be, but anyway, here's the track.